some, get some, bad enough, take some.
Hello, welcome to episode 55 of Fangin' and Bangin' with Gangrel. And yep, just Gangrel. Well, Raymond over there too. Good to see you, Raymond. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, like a ghost.
Ghost, yeah, you were a ghost. Like Racer X over there disappeared with a mask on. Over there. Man, it's been 2 weeks, but it's just been so crazy busy, and I'm still busy. I got to catch a flight out Thursday morning to Chicago, and then Chicago on to San Francisco. Just out there grinding, super blessed. Praise the Lord and all that for being able to do what I do for a living, do what I love to do. What am I trying to say? I get to do what I love for a living. There we go. Tongue twister. I got some coffee in there. But hey, did you see these cards I got, Raymond? Do you see these things?
Yeah, they're pretty unique.
Yeah. So Chops trading card. They made up some sets, so I had it sideways. I guess I get to sign these. I guess they sell some that are signed already, so you can go to Chops trading card, or I'll have these on shows, and they got the little blank space I can sign them. So they say Chops on the back, and they go my Saint Bernard Pitbull looking head on the front, the sign under it. Like the only thing missing is that keg of whiskey when you're out there freezing in the snow. Some blood splatter though. Yeah. You want one? Did I give you one?
Yeah, you gave me one.
You can have two, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You can eBay that or something. but it's cool. I'm surprised you didn't say nothing about my shirt. I'm surprised you didn't like my shirt today.
I've been peeping it, but I didn't want to bring attention to it.
Some kissing Candace merch that dropped. I got it a while back, but just I hadn't been here since I got it. So
it's a band.
Yeah, it's a band. You might like it. It's different. It's kind of like Tool and 9 Inch Nails meet something, and it's good. Kissing Candace. So it's good. I like it. It's a lot of the videos scare me though. They're like really creepy with like worms coming out of people's heads and people eating people. And,
I might like the videos.
Yeah. I think you would like the videos. The video are very artsy and well. Be honest, they scare me. So that's what's new on all this stuff. I don't know what's going on, Raymond. I'm gonna have to figure out a whole merch line and new other stuff and everything going on in life here. Yeah,
it's a good type of busy though. You've been a good busy. Right?
Yeah, I've been good busy. Yes, I've been good busy between CCW. What did I do this weekend? We always covered over there. I know I'm quite boring. I haven't been in here in 2 weeks. I really don't know how to act. I think I lost the rhythm here. I haven't watched wrestling. We've done anything. I've just been busy. But this past weekend was in TCW, which the Troptions Television Network. They were doing a taping, Thunder Championship Wrestling, for upcoming shows on the Troptions Television Network, where I believe we have the logo we'll be seeing right on here somewhere. I think that starts this weekend, the 22nd. Was it Heroes of Wrestling? That's the show we'll be on?
Yeah.
Heroes of Wrestling. It'll be wrestling all day Saturday. You can find it on any of your local networks, anywhere you stream, Roku, whatever. You said you looked it all up. They have Miami stations, Dallas, whatever, California.
Yeah, every major city.
So Troptions, so TTN, I guess. TTN, Troptions Television Network. So if you missed a lot of the old back stuff, Raymond's been cutting them down to 56 minutes, I believe, and 56 and sending them off. So Fangin' and Bang with Gangrel is on, I guess it's a national TV, right? It's actual TV. Yeah, it's TV.
Yeah, it's on TV and all streaming.
So if you got a TV with antenna ears and you can't afford that cable, like I know my sister cut her cable out, so I got to tell her about it. So now I'm going to tell her, you can go watch that on. She go, well, I'll just watch it on YouTube. I go, I'm getting I'll go watch it on YouTube. But Troptions Television Network, Heroes of Wrestling. It's I believe Saturday will be the date. It'll be just wrestling, anything wrestling. They'll do a 30-minute feature on an independent wrestler, but it's going to mostly be pure independent. I don't think they're going to have like indie darlings and like a lot of names or anything like that. I think they just want the guys that are just purely like at the beginning stages of their career in companies from each state, one company from each state, and they'll have a wrestling show on. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool. I don't know what else they got. They got the rest of the network was it Roman Gabriel or Gabriel Roman or whatever podcast. There's a lot of other things, a lot of big things going on there. They'll be at the I believe they'll be at the Super Bowl. They'll be at the Drop the Peach, whatever the heck, in Georgia, New Year's Eve. So a lot of good things going on. So you can check out Fangin' and Bang with Gangrel on the Troptions Television Network. That is a tongue twister for me. Fangin' and Bang with Gangrel on the Troptions Television Network. Won't sound, get some, bad enough, take some. There you go. There's the promo there. You can cut that out later. That's a low-key, low-energy promo. But what's going on with you, Raymond? What's going on in the world? Anything I need to talk about? Anything you think we're peeping out here? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got some closure.
Yeah, Ric Flair's finally out of here.
No.
No, okay.
I don't think
I'm
this is
sorry to
his
all
last
you
match.
Ric Flair fans, but what is he? Let's talk about that a little bit. So I think I just saw a video where I get along great with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett was beating him up in the parking lot with Jay Lethal. Poor Jay Lethal.
Why you say important?
But Jay Lethal's so talented, it actually say for example at AEW, didn't they make Jay Lethal go basically try out on Dark, even though you know how good Jay Lethal actually is. You had to go through the process of being on AEW Dark to move up and get whatever. But it's a whole other story. But no, I think Jay Lethal's amazing. So maybe he'll get to mix it up with Andrade, and Jeff Jarrett will mix it up with Flair. But they jumped him in the parking lot. He was bleeding, hollering, "Oh, it's the hard way. It's the hard way." I'm not sure. I guess all wrestling fans are pretty smart now. I guess they're assuming he busted him open with his fist and not a razor blade. I guess that's what they were insinuating. And he goes, "Damn right, it was the hard way," Jeff Jarrett said. So I don't know. They're trying to put a little steam behind it. That's what, Nashville on the 31st?
Yep. The day after SummerSlam.
Day after SummerSlam. So I'll be in Nashville on the 31st, but I will not be there. I am not at StarCast. Is that what it's called? StarCast or Starcade or StarCast? I will not be there. I will be at CCW. CCW is running a show, believe it or not. They run monthly or bi-monthly in Nashville, so I'll be back at the Redcon facility, Redcon 1, working for CCW. So that's a Sunday evening. I believe I'll be there Sunday evening. I think it's like a 7:00 show. I'm not sure. So looking forward to getting back to Nashville. It's a great city. I don't want to tell you this, Raymond, but I've been half tempted thinking about moving there. What does that look over there? Like you and everybody. Speaking of Valerie, it's her birthday today. She's in NXT. I always say her name wrong. Do you know how to say her name? She sent pictures. You can't see it. There she's at the Performance Center. And Valerie Larader. I always say it wrong. She's the Bellator fighter. She's the one that was helping train, pre-train a little bit before she went to the Performance Center. But now she signed. She signed up there. And another one of her friends who's a CrossFit girl, Gina, she's doing great up there. She's already been up there a month or so. So she's doing great. But it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Valerie. And congratulations on your journey. And remember, the journey is the jewel. And, don't get caught up in all the hype and all the gaga. Have an amazing birthday and good luck on your journey there. NXT, the Performance Center there, and all that stuff going on. Well, where were we at? Andrade?
Yeah, why do you think they chose Jeff Jarrett?
Nashville.
Okay, makes sense.
Nashville. Crockett, I don't even remember Crockett ever running in Nashville. I mean, my memory's pretty bad, and I was a kid, and I was just pretty much doing jobs back then, which would be enhancement matches, and then working on independence all over. But I don't really Crockett promotion. I don't really remember it being in Nashville. But I think it's just convenient. Jeff's there. I think the same reason he's on SummerSlam is he's a special referee, right?
Yeah.
For the Usos and who? New Day? Is it New Day and Usos, or is it? I haven't watched wrestling, but I believe it's New Day and Usos. Whatever. Jeff Jarrett's a special referee at SummerSlam, and I think that there's, it's in Nashville. Probably a lot of tickets need to be sold. He's been there for years and years and years, as long as I can remember. Jerry Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, and their grandfather Eddie Marlin, I think, is his grandfather. but yeah. So I think maybe Jeff's safe. Jeff's a solid worker. Jeff's of the later generation, but still of the same generation as Ric Flair in a sense. So it makes sense. It's all good. It's all cool. It's Nashville. It'll help fill the house. In reality, it should be a fun match,
Yes,
Andrade.
Street Profits.
What's that?
Yeah, the Street Profits.
Oh, the Street Profits. There you go.
Usos.
Street Profits and UFO. See, I thought it was New Day. Do not say a word. Do not say a word. I know how you are. So I've been terrified. I've been man, you know how I am, and you know how I just say some random stuff, especially when I'm training, right?
Uh-huh.
So I watched this Fox Nation special, and I can't remember the guy's name. And it wasn't Tyrus. He wasn't a former wrestler, but he looked like he could have been a former athlete. He was like this big dude. He was talking about cancel Nation America USA or something. Cancel culture USA. I was like, what? But it was showing how normal people got canceled, and I was terrified after I watched that. I go, oh, damn, I've probably been canceled 20, 30 times over. Like, this guy's whole life was snatched away, and this lady's life was snatched away all over this this cancel culture generation. So like, it makes you really you start getting paranoid. You know you don't even mean anything by anything, but just out of it ignorance or just being naive or whatever it is or being stupid, man. The whole world can turn upside down quick in this day and age of social media and the things going on. So where are we gonna go from here, Raymond? You're gonna have to guide me through this podcast. You're gonna have to produce it for a change. You gotta get over to do some work over there. What's up?
No, so everything. I'm pretty sure we spoke about it earlier. WWE moving over to TV 14 from Monday Night Raw.
Now this is being recorded for Troptions too, right?
Yeah.
So is this gonna be way down the line, or are we gonna start mixing this stuff in?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. I think fans, or fans or people listeners, you may not be a fan. You might just be a casual listener. If you have any ideas of how and directions we can go with this, I mean, I know it's on TV. We're on YouTube, and we could it's pretty much. Sometimes it feels the same to me. In this generation of streaming and stuff like that, a lot of people don't even have TVs. They watch everything on their computers and their phones. But think about different format, man. I was thinking, Raymond. Yeah. Picture this. Go skydiving. We just take a trip. One thing, just fang the bang, we'll go skydiving. Why can't I have some fun while I do a podcast? Does it got to be about wrestling? Do I got to sit here like I'm like the unusual suspects and Sizer Kose being questioned all the time? Do I feel like I'm being grilled and I got to come up with a magical answer to every question that there is that I don't even remember? Can't you go like skydiving or windsurfing or parasailing or?
You just thought of the most Caucasianist thing to do.
What do you want? What do you?
No. I don't mind going out skydiving.
What would you do? Yeah, what do you want me to go to? What? I don't know. What is not non-Caucasian? What? Give me something.
Risking our life on the first episode out.
That's a Caucasian thing to do.
Skydiving.
Well, I mean,
that'd be fun though.
You don't see a lot of black dudes skydiving, do you? Yeah.
Will Smith.
No, I don't know. Will Smith Oh yeah, Hancock too. Where he jumped out of the sky. Yeah. But I don't know if that was skydiving. That might have been movie magic. But Will Smith skydives?
Yeah, and he bungee jumped on like his 50.
Oh, I ain't bungee jumping.
That's same.
No. I am not bungee jumping. That's risking your life.
What if you forget to pull?
Oh, hold on. Okay. Well, bungee jumping with somebody together? No. I want somebody else's life to be at risk of mine that knows what they're doing. So if I'm getting in that bungee by myself, no. So, now, if you bungee me up with somebody that does it every day of the week, it just jump thousands of times, maybe. Skydiving, they don't just let you jump out of a plane by yourself. You piggyback, you're riding on somebody's back. Hopefully you don't pee down it when you jump out there.
I thought you were doing it by yourself, skydiving.
No. They won't let you do that. Unless you have a million jumps or something. I don't know what the rules are, but I believe it's a lot like flying a plane. You got to have a lot of hours at that before I guess any fool could just go jump out of a plane, but I'm not. No, with somebody, and then you can record it. No,
I'm down.
So I suppose if I say, go to Daytona Beach Speedway and take NASCAR and go around the track and race that and try to, you can say that's a Caucasian thing too?
That sounds fun.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's safer than bungee jumping or skydiving.
Do you think getting a car that could possibly do 200 mile an hour plus going around a big track like that wide open is less dangerous than skydiving? So
what I'm getting is we're turning this into like a Fear Factor type of show. That's fun.
I don't say it was fear. I just said have fun. Yeah. All right, so we go deep sea fishing. You all right with that, or is that a fear factor too for you?
Now he wants me in the water. I cannot swim. No, but I'm down.
Go to the Everglades. Go pet an alligator or something. That's Caucasian too, I suppose.
Very.
Well, what would you do, Raymond, being non-Caucasian?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, give me an idea, because I don't know. I mean,
if you got to do your name, this is dope. Just
what are we gonna do? Go to like a Lil Wayne concert? What?
I mean,
that's very dangerous for me. I'd be taking my life in my own hands going on.
Nah, you're a Kodak fan.
Yeah, hey, he's got arrested again. You saw that? Oh, Kodak Black, always in trouble. And then I saw another video with what's his name was trying to threaten to split on the police and Bootsy or whatever.
Oh, Bootsy.
Bootsy. I'm tired of this. Every day I get pulled over. Every 2 weeks I get pulled over. How am I supposed to live? You see that video?
Yeah, you surprised me with. I didn't know you. I didn't even know you knew Little Bootsy. I knew you knew Kodak, but not Little Bootsy.
Georgia and area up that way.
Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm a Southern guy, born and raised down here. What am I supposed to not know?
You surprising me and the fans. I'm pretty sure. I thought you was this old school hip hop.
A little bit of everything, man. A little bit of everything in my life. A little bit of everything makes the world go round. So what else is next on the wrestling list there before we move on? What you got? What else you got up there? What's going on in the wrestling world?
Oh no, I mean we didn't really get to really talk about it. They're moving over to TV 14.
Who? WWE?
Yeah.
Or yeah, WWE. What's the difference between TV 14 and whatever they're going to be now?
They're able to show blood now.
Oh, PG, and then there's 14.
Yeah, they're able to show blood.
So
curse.
So PG 13?
Nah, more than
PG.
It's zero PG. It was PG.
No. But before, what was it?
Oh, it wasn't even PG 13. It was straight just PG. Like Disney Channel.
Well, Disney Channel got some stuff going on. But all right, so so it's PG. So it's PG 14 now.
No, TV 14.
TV 14.
It's no longer no more.
So in this today's society, TV 14 is like the old rated R.
Something like that.
So because you remember you could
say the B word.
Now all the stuff you say now is like TV 14. Before it was like rated R or something like that.
Curse, yeah. The B word.
Or 18 or whatever you had to be to watch it. Well, what is AEW?
TV 14.
There you go, right? So you got to compete, right? They probably feel like they got to compete. Might have been something like that. Maybe they just figured I don't know. Things go in cycles, you know. Everything runs in cycles. Some cycles are 5 years, some are long as 10, I think. But, I mean, I don't know how long they could have held on doing what they were doing without worrying about having an angle or blow off with a little bit of blood or just a little curse in the show attitudes. But I don't thought WWE, a lot of people don't like it. It's okay. They know how to tell a story and everything like that. It just gets a little confusion with the matches, but that's the same with the AEW when it's not what you grew up with, when it's something totally different than you've learned and was trained to do. But at the same time, you have to realize that that's what's going on today. So if you're going there and you try to work a armbar for 20 minutes, they'll probably boo you out of the arena or they'll all get up and leave. So the fans are pretty much wanting what they want, some action. So on top of the action, if you want to draw and keep people in there, I guess you're going to need a little bit of edgier stuff sometimes. So, I mean, it makes sense to me.
Were you guys ever warned or told what you couldn't do back in the Attitude Era? Was it anything that not to make the network upset? You can't go do this, you can't go do that?
No, not that I remember. I think the Attitude Era was a whole era of pushing the envelope, you know? No, it was pretty much just like the Wild Wild West. Just gunfighters slinging it out. Go have a great match. You know, do the best you can. There was a lot of injuries, you know, back then, because like neck injuries and knees, backs, everything, because the chair shots. I'm sure all the concussions things. It's a whole different day and age now, and with safety precautions, the same as the NFL. Like I don't even know how you could compare NFL quarterback today to an NFL quarterback 30 years ago, because today they're so protected and they're not taking the shots and the blows that those quarterbacks took back then and the pressure they had to play under. So, but I don't know. I guess there's pros and cons to everything. So,
I mean, hey, since the last time we were here, I think you actually spoke highly of this person, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, yeah, I already signed, right?
Yep.
Well, there you go. What would he be called? An influencer or something?
Yeah.
But he's also, he was an influencer at Logan Paul, yeah.
Yeah, but he's done some boxing.
Or did Pat McAfee sign too? Or
he's
no?
been.
Oh, he's been signed? I don't know, man. I know he's an announcer, but is he wrestling too or no?
Yeah. I think he has a SummerSlam match, actually, with Baron Corbin.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They were teasing an angle. So, but Logan Paul's training and he's a wrestler now too.
Signed.
He looked great. He looked better than that. You know, better than 80% of the indie wrestlers out there. You know,
he said that.
Yeah. I mean, and the energy, charisma, looked like the total package. Some proper training. Who knows? You know, could be your next world champion.
You think so?
Wow. Was Miz world champion?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Right? I mean, it's America, man. America. How you say it? America? Is that what you tell me? America?
I've never seen that's some country stuff.
No. I've seen you. You always wearing red and supported Trump and all this stuff.
Hey.
Don't tell Susan that. She won't let either one of us in the house.
You don't think he's But they're trying to lock him up now.
Who?
Trump.
For what?
the riots or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe he incited it. I don't know. I stay out of that stuff.
Same.
Yeah, I stay out of all that. I had nothing to do with it. I was home watching TV, got an alibi. I'm good. Hands on the steering wheel. Let's go back to the Ric Flair and Andrade and Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, right? So I feel like I want to go back because I'm a big Jay Lethal fan and I like Jay Lethal. I don't know that I know Andrade, but I don't know him personally. But his stuff's good. But I like Jay, and I've wrestled Jeff Jarrett a lot. So you're asking like why Jeff Jarrett? And I was saying Nashville, like, but it brought back memories, different things in Nashville. Like when I worked in USWA, I had went. I guess I got to backtrack, and people have already heard this, listened to this a million times, or how my career went. So I went from here in South Florida with Boris Malenko and Rusty to Stampede, Calgary Wrestling, where I trained with the Hearts and the Dungeon, the infamous Dungeon, and the Pavilion in the afternoon. So I did Dungeon in the morning, Pavilion in the afternoon. From there, career-wise, I went to All Japan. So now, the Dungeon in Calgary and Stampede was very much a Japan style, a faster style. Very, I want to say snug, but it was very believable style. And then Japan's the same. And then I went down to Puerto Rico and was working the same way with Savio Vega every night, which he was known as TNT back then, TNT. And then so he eventually became Quang, and then on to becoming Savio Vega with the Barricos. But I was down there for a year. And then from Puerto Rico, I went to Memphis, and this is where I get to. I went to Memphis, so Jerry Lawler had me come in. I did a tryout as the Vampire Warrior in WWF at the time, and they weren't very interested in the tryout. Was like whatever. It didn't go the way I wanted to go, but Jerry Lawler came up to me and he says, "Hey, I really like that vampire thing. Do you want to come to Memphis?" So I went down to Memphis. Now I get down there, and I started an angle with Jerry Lawler, and he never said anything, but and I would work matches with him and be punching and brawling and beating him up and doing whatever, yada yada yada. Never a word. Then I would get matches with Jeff Jarrett, and I would have to, when it was like time, what we would call in wrestling, putting the heat on somebody, getting your heat in, beating on them, trying to get the show you're vicious and get the crowd upset with you, your intent to do evil or do bodily harm. He would have me work a headlock. He would never let me do anything but a headlock. And I was like, what the hell? I remember I would call Lou and say, I don't understand. I work with Jeff and he just wants me to hold the headlock all the time. She goes, "Do you work it?" And I go, yeah. I work the headlock the best I can. It's a, you can be vicious with a headlock. A headlock is a vicious, believable move. So, but I just couldn't. It just didn't make sense. And then I'd be back with Lawler, at the Mid-South Coliseum, and punches are flying, chains and everything. So then one day I'm driving down the road, and you know who Scotty 2 Hotty is, right, Raymond?
Yeah.
All right, you know Scotty 2 Hotty. So I'm cruising down. I see Scotty 2 Hotty's cars broke down on the side of the road. And I go, "Hey, you need a ride?" And I don't know, he was mean mugging me. "No, I don't need a ride. I'm like, "Dude, do you need a ride?" He's like, "No, I'm good. I said, "Just get in here, man. You're on the side of the road." So he gets in all reluctantly. Now I'm dear friends with Scotty now. But he gets in. And I'm like, "What's wrong with you, man? You good?" And he's sitting there and he's all huffy and puffy. And you never see Scotty get mad. And then finally he goes like, I go, "You sure you're okay?" He goes, "Man, you're killing everybody." I go, "What do you mean I'm killing everybody?" So my first day in Memphis, I attacked Jerry Lawler, and then Scotty and a lot of the guys had to do run-ins. So when they ran in, I was just lighting them up, blah, clubbing them in the back, beating on them and stuff. In my mind, I wasn't beating on them to be mean or anything like that. I was being believable. But so when you go from Calgary, where it's like war, All Japan, where it's sort of like war, and then I go to Puerto Rico for a year where it feels like war in the ring. You come to Memphis, it's a very different dance there. It's very controlled, very storytelling, very, very Memphis, very, very old South, Memphis wrestling. So you know, it dawned on me that like, oh crap, I've been beating the hell out of all these guys. That's why Jeff would only let me hold the headlock the whole time. But I know it's a silly story, but it was just part of my life that you know, you don't realize I was trained to wrestle one way by Boris and Rusty. Boris trained to be believable with the moves, legitimate moves, and Rusty would, you know, emphasize on not killing the guy, and you know, being an art of wrestling where you make everything look legitimate, but it was the art of not killing your opponent and being believable. But when I went through these other places, I transitioned back into like basically just a full-on Clubber Lane. You know what Clubber Lane is, right? Oh, you haven't watched any Rockies. Which Rocky was Clubber Lane? Mr. T. Clubber Lane. Oh, never mind. But yeah, but like I don't even know why I'm telling you this story. It was just weird, I guess, because the Jeff Jarrett thing feels like a very, very forced story. It doesn't even feel natural, but you're getting a damn story anyway. So like, yeah. So I worked this one style that whole time, and went to Memphis and totally was just destroying people and getting all kinds of heat and had to and once I lightened up. And realized what I was doing. It took Scotty Too Hotty to tell me that. And then we rode together after that all the time. I was just like, man, I'm sorry, dude. I had no idea. Like, and then you know, I just rebooted myself to work that style because I was trained originally that style, and then find an in between later on, which works for me, which became the style that I adapted throughout the rest of my career. But yeah, but I don't know. That just reminded me of Jeff, the whole Nashville stuff, and
it kind of makes sense why they have the performance center. Because everyone's trained the same way, so when they even experienced guys, for some reason WWE makes them go to the performance center, I guess, to learn that a similar style.
Well, yeah,
and you also back in school you would tell us
performance center. I really don't know. Like, what were we gonna say? Go ahead.
Well, in school you would tell us certain things you got to do a certain way because you're playing to the cameras. It's a whole production into it. So a lot of reasons you.
Yeah, once I started training people, I trained one way for a long time, but then later, when I started editing stuff and had to take part of editing TV shows and stuff like that, I realized I changed my training to where a lot of it was more editing friendly. So like the hard cams and the cameras and different things and finding without actually directly looking into it. But yeah, sure. The Performance Center is just, I believe, prepped them for TV, but they're training people that are Valerie that's never wrestled before. She did like a month with me. Or Gina did like a month, and they're pulling college athletes in now. But they're taking other people. But yeah, it's to groom them, to promos and to prep them, I guess, you know, to move them up like any AAA or company would be with baseball or anything else, you know. But well, that was all over the place and just a random story. Good luck editing that there, Raymond.
It wasn't a bad story. Probably a bad story to you.
I'm very mellow today. I haven't been in here in a while. I feel very, very mellow. My mind's not firing on all cylinders. I am tired, but it's no excuse. I'm just one of those blah 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 moves. So, but
I kind of feel that way about this year's SummerSlam.
Blah 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 blah.
No, I mean it's just not a lot of big names. A lot of the big stars are out injured.
Yeah.
Cena's not gonna be there because he's filming. Mm-hmm. Randy Orton's injured. Cody Rhodes out. I don't know where Edge is. It's a lot.
He's probably rebuilding another group or something. Who knows? Maybe he's preparing for a big babyface comeback or something.
There's been rumors about him and Bray Wyatt tagging.
What was those videos? Yeah, right.
They've been saying that's him coming back with like Bray Wyatt, but I don't. You think he would come back in a tag, or you think his comeback would be solo? Like, why would it?
Well, I don't know. Rhea Ripley's out hurt too, or is she back now?
Nah, she's still out. You got a lot of people out for SummerSlam. I don't really see a big, and that's a stadium show, so I don't really see a big name on there drawing. It doesn't feel like SummerSlam.
Well,
it's not the fault of WWE.
Might be why they got Jeff Jarrett on there, guest referee, and help fill those seats in Nashville. He is a name in Nashville, and that's how we got on that Nashville story. But I learned so much in Memphis. Memphis was such a great place to learn wrestling every night. I mean, you didn't make a lot of money every night. It was $40 town to town. Every town, there was 300 people or 500 or 3 people, you made $40 every night. And then unless you're in the Mid-South Coliseum, then depending upon where you're working, I would work with Jerry Lawler a lot there. Like, so I was blessed and very lucky to be working him. So that meant I was on top of the card. So there was times that I made $500, you know, or $300, and then I would have to take that money and save it, whatever, pay the little hotel or whatever I was living in or whatever place, because there's a lot of times I had to sleep in my car in Memphis, but I would take that and put it away right away immediately, and then try to make that towns on the $40 and the $40. And I was a heel, so there was no merch sales in '93 and stuff like that. The baby faces were out there selling stuff, but the heels, you didn't go out there. You're a heel, you're a bad guy. You growl at people through the curtain if they see you, you know what I mean? So there was no extra money coming in or anything like that. So you had to do it. Was a tough way to go, but I learned so much in Memphis, and so blessed I've worked with Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett in Memphis and on into WWE, and I still run across. I'll probably end up I'm sure before I'm done and before he's done, I'll probably have another match with Jerry Lawler again.
You had one last year, was it?
What's that?
You had one recently with him, or you saw him recently?
I saw him recently. I saw him in Orlando a month ago or so. He looked great. He looked the same. He's doing good. He wrestled the match. No, Jerry's the king, man.
All right, how old is he?
I don't know. You go ask him how old he is. You can Google that crap. Do you believe Google or anything else or Wikipedia? But yeah, I try to think. Where did I learn? the most?
Yeah, 72.
72. Wow.
So you got 20 more years, man.
No, I'm not the king, man. He's got his routine down. He's the master of psychology and storytelling. He's so good. He is so good. I like any time that I've wrestled him. We've never gone over a match. I think maybe one time he told me what the finish was. One time. Well, two times. Well, no, he didn't tell me what the finish was in the match, but he did give me an outline of a match because it was the match where I don't know if you've seen this. He had a heart attack on Raw. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he pretty much died, right?
Yeah. Died.
Brought him back. So one of his first matches back, I wrestled him in Tupelo, Mississippi, where he has the Jerry Lawler Hall of Fame. He has a museum, a Jerry Lawler museum. Yeah, in a casino. It's cool. Cape, the boots, the crown, all kinds of cool stuff. If you're just like if you're an Elvis fan, you're a Jerry Lawler fan. You probably didn't like Elvis. You gonna cry about him stealing music? Where you going? What are you gonna say?
Michael Jackson is a real OG, bro.
Michael Jackson.
Elvis is.
Well, what was Prince?
He's in the middle. He's
in the middle. All right. Well, let's not get sidetracked. All right, let's get back. Let's get back over there. So I wrestled him in the it was in Tupelo, Mississippi. He has like a little museum there and stuff. It's really cool little setup. And but I was like right after the heart attack, right? I believe one of his first matches back, if not the first. I don't know if it was the first, but it was like in a handful, if for sure, no more. So we go out there and he goes, "I want you to." He had to get a shot, right? His doctor was there for some reason to give him a shot, like I don't know if it was B12 or antibiotics. I don't know what it was. He had to get a shot for something or tetanus shot. I don't know what he had to get. He needed to get a legitimate shot. So his doctor was meeting him there, and it's the South, so don't question the doctor. All right, so meeting him at an arena. All right, so it was a shot. He goes, "This is the only time we've ever talked about a match." He goes, "I want you to go out and cut a promo before the match, saying that I don't know who sanctioned this match. The whole place should be sued for letting this man get a wrestling license after a heart attack. It's not in my hands." And he had me go as far as to say, "I don't want any little skeething little groupies or girlfriends or side chicks trying to sue me for when you die in the ring, because you shouldn't be in here. It's not my fault. If you die, and I don't want nobody coming after me. I don't want the Jerry Lawler estate coming after me. This man shouldn't be in the ring." So basically, I went out there and rant and raved that this guy shouldn't be wrestling. Who the hell would give him a wrestling license? And why the hell am I wrestling him here in Mississippi? So no reply, all that. So what I do is his doctor. So when I come out to do the match, I bring a doctor with me. His doctor is his actual doctor. So I get on the mic again. I tell this doctor, "Your job's to keep this man alive. I can't be getting sued out here if he dies in the ring with me. He shouldn't be in the ring with me. No matter what, you got to keep him alive." Sounds morbid, right? It sounds dark, right? But these people were like, "What?" So it was fun in a sense, but it was dark.
Because he legitimately.
So these people, they don't know what to think of the doctor, so they're kind of aside looking at this doctor like, "What the hell?" So because this doctor's with me, so. We go down in the match and we start working, and Jerry goes, "Give me a heart punch." So I pull him back, give him a heart punch. He just drops. The place gets quiet, you know. He goes down. He's just like selling motionless, like, The doctor's like, I'm like, keep him alive. Get over there. Check him. It's not my fault. You know, this old man shouldn't be wrestling, all this stuff. And, you know, the doctor goes down there and he tries to check him. Jerry Lawler kicks out. He throws the arm away. He's like, he starts coming back. I get back on him, you know, and the people are like already now they really don't know what to think of the doctor because they don't know if the doctor's trying to hurt him or not. So now I got to kind of watch to make sure his doctor doesn't get beat up by these crazy ass fans in Mississippi, because they're already thinking he's sketchy. You know, even though I'm telling that doctor to keep him alive, these people are thinking the doctor's evil somehow. But he wasn't. He was there to keep him alive. So like we're going again, and I hit him with a second heart punch. He goes down on the beat. I'm like, so I'm start panicking. No, you gotta check him, get him, doctor. Keep him alive. Don't let him die before I can beat him. You know, I like, you know, like playing up to not wanting to be sued by his estate, his old girlfriends, or anybody he slept with, whatever, all this crap. And he goes to get a blood pressure cuff on him, and the people again are watching him, but Jerry Lawler he shakes it off. He comes back, you know. Then there's the third heart punch. And he goes down, and he doesn't move, and then I tell the doctor to get on him, like, get over there. And the doctor's like, I can't get him. Like, I was like, he's gone. Like, you know, he's blood pressure cuff on him, everything. And the doctor looks like he's trying to save him. Nothing. The doctor's going to get a needle out. Mm-hmm. He's going to give him the shot. So he's going to give him that shot he was supposed to give him before the show anyways. So I had to go and stop a fan. Like, I think it's on video. I had to stop a fan, because the fan was coming with a chair to get the doctor, because he's gonna think he's gonna stab Jerry Lawler with a needle. He's gonna kill Jerry Lawler. Like, but even though I'm clearly saying, no matter what, keep Jerry Lawler alive, keep him alive. So it probably didn't look as good on video and tape and everything as it was fun and kind of cool to be doing a little story like that with Jerry Lawler, but scary to be giving him heart punches.
So you were legitimately scared giving him these punches?
Well, the man just had a heart attack, died. It wasn't even that long. Like, he didn't really take any time off. It didn't seem like, you know. You know, I mean, like, do I want to be the one that kills the king?
They would have locked you up.
Man. Imagine if somebody killed Elvis. Like, look at the heat that Colonel Parker got stealing his money and all that. But I don't want to be the guy known to kill Jerry Lawler. I like Jerry Lawler. So I'm telling that doctor, don't let him die. And he gives him the shot. And it is kind of quiet in there. People just look, and he gives him the shot, and he's waiting, and I'm over there like stressing. Next thing you know, Jerry Lawler starts moving a leg and an arm. He starts shaking. He stands up and drops his strap and blows his comeback and beats me. That's the first time I've ever been somebody's blown a comeback by getting a shot in the arm, like an actual shot, and then beat him.
So are fans in the South more believable than like?
They believe in Jerry Lawler. I don't know if they're more believable all over the place. They believe in Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee. The older fans believe in that set of characters, like, and they would believe in Jeff Jarrett, and they would believe in Ric Flair, even though Ric Flair wasn't. I don't know how prominent he was in Nashville or anything, or especially Crockett Promotions. I don't even remember him being there. But Jeff Jarrett is prominent, and they would believe in Jeff and his dad Jerry Jarrett and the whole Eddie Marlin and that whole wrestling family over 50 years or something like that. I don't know. It's a long time. So
I just don't feel like this is Ric Flair's last match.
Wow. Oh, what to tell you, Raymond?
It should be against you.
I mean, maybe I don't know. Smart. I mean, it's hard to say how many times somebody who. It's all he ever done is wrestling. It's all he ever knows. I'm not the biggest. I was a fan of Ric Flair wrestling wise, and wasn't a big fan of Ric Flair as a person, like with my personal interactions with him. But that doesn't change that I don't think that it was at promos and interviews and through the time of history. I mean, you can't go to a hockey arena without people going woo, you know, like he's iconic. Like everybody knows Ric Flair, you know. So he's kind of, you know, stuck or. Is that character? Is who he is, you know. So maybe it's not, but I don't think his health is gonna like let him carry on much more. Wasn't he just not having more health issues again not too long ago? Yeah. So, but I did Jerry Lawler though. That was the first time I ever wrestled anybody where they blew a comeback from a shot in the arm, an actual shot, needle in the arm, and a shot. But that was fun. That was just that's the only time I think Jerry Lawler ever called anything with me in the ring, and he just gave me an outline of it to what to say and do, and gave me the okay to like really rip into him about like his with young women and stuff like that. So, but he didn't call the finish. I didn't know how he was going to beat me that night. He called that other. He told me, that this doctor's going to give him a shot and he'll do that. But that was the most we ever talked, and I've wrestled him 30 times. I don't know. So yeah, he's the king if you ask me. I learned so much. I learned so much from him in Memphis, but I did learn overall in Memphis, even from he just passed away, Christopher Love, Burt Prentice. Memphis, I went back, and you have to go back to your roots. Like I said, I got distracted. That's why I told that other story where went to Calgary, and I learned a lot in Calgary too. I mean, it was a different style, very fast paced, very spotty. Strikes and hits, very like the Benoits and everybody that come, that Calgary style. And then all Japan was the same thing, and then Puerto Rico was blood and guts and barbed wire and style. So it was a lot of brawling and stuff like that. So then when I came back to Memphis, I had all that momentum with all that stuff going on that I didn't realize I had to dial it back until picked up poor Scotty on the side of the road one day. Now we're dear friends. And Scotty's out there killing it. He left the PC. He left WWE. He's touring England, and he's been killing it lately. Scotty Too Hotty, yeah. So he's out there looking good. I seen him training his son to wrestle. So,
who you always reminded me of?
Scotty.
X-Pac.
Scotty Too Hotty.
Because they were both small and smaller.
No, X-Pac's not. Well, X-Pac was lean, but X-Pac's I think taller than Scotty.
He's the one who used to do the worm.
Scotty does the worm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worm crossing. Caution. Yeah. Scotty Too Hotty. X-Pac. He used to suck it. The crotch chops.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 Kid, and he was also the Lightning Kid, which was also we trained together under Boris Malenko.
I was in Florida, right?
Yeah, Tampa, and Brandon and Tampa. Depending upon where Malenko had a school at that time. The old man, Boris Malenko, not Dean. Sean came from Minnesota. He was like 14 or 15. I was 17, 18. And because I started at 17 down here, but I would go to Tampa train on weekends. So was always training with X-Pac, Sean Waltman. He's doing good, man. He's doing good. He's in LA. Looks healthy. He still does his 1, 2, 3 X-Pac or
like a podcast.
Yeah,
show?
Yeah, it's a show, but I've been on it. It's long running show. It does well, and I heard rumors that I don't know if he's married, but I heard rumors he's got a steady girl. If not married, he may be married.
Steady girl.
Well, married. I mean, whatever. He settled. Like he wasn't dating anybody. He wasn't running around crazy or anything when I seen him last. But he was just chill. He wasn't in any kind of relationship, and he wasn't certainly chasing anybody. So like I hear he's just he's doing really, really well. Spoke to him text, but it was just brief. Hey, how you doing? Miss you. Visit soon when we get to LA. But yeah, so I don't talk to him as much as I should and know about his personal life. But I just hear rumors that he's doing really, really well and really grounded and really on the right track in life, man, and doing really good things. So happy to hear that. And
that's always good.
Was he 2-3-time Hall of Famer with the?
Was it DX himself?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's in there, but
3 times.
I don't know. 2 at least, I think, right?
I think with DX, right?
Yeah. But yeah, he's doing good. So what else we got? What's in what you have the box today? Are we going off your phone? What do you got? Questions that people wrote in?
Yeah.
We haven't been here in 2 weeks, so I'm sure there's a lot of questions built up. And plus, I gotta get to the wrestling school. I gotta go train class over at CCW. So there's a good time to transition to I guess they'd be my sponsor. I work there. So Coastal Championship Wrestling. If you ever thought or dreamed about being a professional wrestler, a manager, a valet, or whatever the hell, referee, you can check out Coastal Championship Wrestling and check out their TV show every Tuesday, CCW Live. CCW Live, right? That's what it's called on Tuesdays, I believe, live. 7 p.m., yeah. Check it out. I'm on a few of those episodes hobbling around. But
where does it air? Is it on YouTube?
I believe it's on their YouTube channel, CCW Live. But I think every Tuesday at 7 p.m. there's a new episode up. And they got a lot of people on it. A lot of Brian Cage matches. And there's different people. A lot of former NXT people that were currently released and some that are in NXT now. Like get a good mixture of things. You can always see Bill Alfonso on there. And I think there's been a title change. Ariel Levy now is the CCW heavyweight champion. Tag champions now, Nova and ERA. I forget what they're called. They got some kind of fancy name, but new tag team champions. It's all heel champions right now. And the women's champion is Kylan King, who I'm not sure if she's a heel. She's an in between, I believe. So yeah, good things going on. But check it out, CCW TV Live or whatever.
No,
7 p.m. You can check it out. Coastal Championship Wrestling.
Have any health updates?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grizzled.
Nice. You look good.
Yeah, I look good. I'm struggling. The knee's getting a little better. I'm due to go back to. I was due to go back to New Jersey for for the stem cell up there with Dr. C. But and AJ and them but Dr. C got in a bad car accident. So I want to send him some. Well, yeah, he's like he might be in his 80s, but he got T-bone going through a light. The other driver's fault, flipped his car 3 times, broke his neck. So sending positive vibes and prayers out to Dr. C and hoping he gets well. I'm sure he will. That fella kicks out of everything, man. He's like the Terminator. He'll come back stronger than ever. Because you know what? He has access to stem cells. You get them stem cells in him, he's going to be doing good. He'll be doing well. But to his family and everybody, I know they're worrying and praying and sending positive vibes out there. But yeah, my back has been doing good. Good. The PRP here at Dr. Silva's Wellness, Ultra Wellness, down there with Randy. Randy's been working, restructuring my muscles, breaking them down, digging in there. It's a very painful process, but I'm definitely walking better. I'm able to kick again. I still limp. I don't think it's ever going to change the limp because there's no ACL or PCL on my leg, and it's bone on bone. You see how bow-legged I am. So
it's part of the swag.
So that is part of my swag. Yeah, my Gangrel, they call me. But the pain is less, and yeah. So I'm feeling good in that sense. Weight's just hanging at like 252. I was down to 248, but it seems to just want to stay at 252. I guess that's where I'm going to ride. It's not the ideal weight. I would like to be at least 240, but I don't know. It's still a work in process. Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't do all this damage in your life for 53 years and then try to change it in one. It's going to take some time to resurface those roads and get things running right. But everything's going good with down there with Dr. Silva and the Ultra Wellness. Yeah, it's all going good. So what do you got? What do you got pulling up? You got a question or anything before we get out of here?
Yes, sir. All right. Gangrel, do you see yourself being a valet or manager in the future, or mainly sticking with training the next gen of up-and-comers? Or will we see you impaling people forever? This is from Perfect Cold.
Perfect Cold?
Yeah.
Was that COVID? Perfect Cold. So he's perfectly cold. Perfect Cold. What's up, Perfect Cold? As much as I would love to impale people forever, well, it's not that hard to do, so I probably could impale people forever, but I don't know if I could wrestle matches to impale people forever, but I probably could slide out there and impale people forever. But I don't know. I do enjoy training the young bloods, young women and men coming up in the sport. I do get a lot of satisfaction and gratification out of that, so I'll probably be doing more of that in the future. I thought that I would hang it up this year, to be honest, after October, but I'm already have bookings into next year already. So apparently I'll be going into 2023 wrestling. But I don't know. I don't know about managing or escorting somebody to the ring or anything like that. I'm not against it if it's the right people, the right place, and the right times. But I'm not a big fan of it at the same time if it's just a wasted thing to throw in there just to have you in there. So probably mostly the future will probably be training future superstars, because there's nothing worse than to be sitting there ringside watching people wrestle and you can't.
That sucks.
Yeah, sure it does. You want to be in there, but you can't go, and then you get up there, you limp, and you look all crippled up, and then reality hits. Yeah, it could be sad. But I mean, if you're in the right group and you're used in the right way, kind of like King Curtis was in Florida. If you're, I don't want to say like Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster, but if it's used in the right way, where you're like in the shadows and you're consulting, and it's done in a really, really cool way, not necessarily going down to ringside every match and stuff like that. But because sometimes people just say, "Oh, we're gonna use you, but we'll take care of you. You're gonna go manage in this group," and it just feels like it's a wasted movement and effort and stuff. It doesn't make sense. It's got to make sense,
Wasn't the $1 Million Man? This is my wrestling ignorance. He was a wrestler at one point and got hurt.
Sure, he was great. Out of Bill Watts territory and all that, UWF or whatever it was called.
I just know him as a manager.
No, he was one of the best. He was actually, I'm not the hugest fan of him as a person, but he was really, really a tremendous wrestler.
Then What he had hurt, right? And so that's why he ended up doing the manager thing.
I have no idea. Maybe just get a little older and stuff in life. Maybe that's just the spot they had for him. I don't know. I don't remember the story, but I can tell you he was a great wrestler. He was great. He was great.
Next question. This is from Brian using his wife's account.
Brian using his wife's account. All right, Brian.
All right. So if you had to choose between these qualities as a wrestler, excellent look, promo ability, size, athletic ability, technical wrestler skill, and charisma. Like I basically
choose them all.
Got to choose one.
Yeah, choose what? So
I
didn't hear. It's missing one. It's missing. Say it again.
You got. So these are the qualities.
All right, I got to choose one of these qualities. Just one.
An excellent look.
An excellent look.
Promo ability.
Promo ability.
Size.
Size.
Athletic ability.
Athletic ability.
Technical wrestling skill.
Technical wrestling skill.
Charisma.
Charisma.
And then ring psychology.
Ring psychology. I choose passion.
Oh.
Or heart. But that's not on the list. Why is that not on the list?
Maybe because they don't. I don't know.
Passion can outwork a lazy talent at any time. You know, if you got heart for something, you really want to put it in there. Athletic ability. I don't know what ring psychology would do for you now. The ring psychology in this day and age. So I think. Gosh, what is it? Well, charisma, but then you say promo skills. So like,
if you're trying to,
because kind of like the two, like
maybe size. If you're trying to go to WWE,
I don't know. It's very vague. You need a little bit of everything. You need a little bit of all that magic to make an amazing moment for yourself in life. But it's not on the list. Passion or heart, I probably that would have chose them if they were on there, one of them, over all the other ones. Because like I see guys come in, some with size, and they have nothing else. I see other guys come in that could talk, but they don't have. Well, they have charisma if they can do the promo skills, you know. So that's kind of can be. It's kind of like parallel. Don't look like much. I don't know. I suppose if you talk, you're a good talker and you get a good promo, I'd probably go with that. Because that could carry you a long ways if you could talk. You don't necessarily have to wrestle. You could be a manager. You could do that. You know, you could always be a chicken crap heel, you know, that talks all this wily stuff and big talk and then gets out of there and can get beat up. Like, so I guess I would go with promo skills.
Kind of like MJF. Not saying he can't wrestle because he can.
He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he can wrestle. But he could talk really well. Yeah, I would go with promo skills out of that list that they have.
All right. Next one. All right. You personally, did you have more fun working TV shows or house shows? And can you tell us some differences between the two?
House shows are more relaxed, no stress. You go in there and you can actually just wrestle for 10, 15, 20 minutes, probably 20 minutes. TVs were, they a lot of times just they say that the old timers or the people from the past will be like, why are you calling everything blah 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 blah? But they did a TV though. They called most of their stuff. You had to. It was TV. So you got to know both. So TV was high stress because everything had to be on point. You had time cues. You had a certain story you got to tell within like a 5-minute margin, and you had things you had to hit at certain points in that match for it all to make sense to get to where you needed to go. And if you messed up, it was on TV. Everybody's seen it. There's no hiding it, and the boss is always watching that product. So, and the whole world is. So the stress level is very high. But not that it wasn't fun. It was great when it went well. It's horrible when it went bad. But a house show or spot show or a town show, that was just relaxed. It was fun. You get out there, you could joke around in the match. The fans wouldn't see it, but you're not under a lot of pressure to do your greatest hits in 5 minutes and make sense of it, where you can go out there and just tell a little story and build up to everything. And so definitely a house show or a spot show or a town show. Yeah.
Right at that mark.
Right at that mark. I do gotta go. And so what did we cover today? We didn't cover a whole lot of anything. Talked a little bit about Memphis, Jeff Jarrett, Ric Flair. Best of luck to him on his last match. That's coming up in 2 weeks or something?
Yeah.
Not a big fan of him, but I was of his work and his career. Tremendous career. Amazing career, longevity. So if it is truly his last match, farewell, and hope it's a great one. And you couldn't be in there with better people as Jay Lethal and Jared.
Andrade.
Yeah, well, Andre's his partner. I probably do all the. Yeah, but Jay Lethal and Jared, that's good. I don't know Andrade that much. It's his son-in-law, so I don't know how that works. So it's kind of cool, I guess. So he's married to Charlotte, right? That's cool.
John Cena just got married.
John Cena got married.
Got married last weekend.
How do you know all this stuff?
It was posted everywhere with his wife.
Oh, see, I've been so busy. I'm so busy. I haven't even been like. I'll post on my phone if I'm at the school or where I'm going. But I like been so busy. Well, congratulations to John Cena for getting married. Thank you, Raymond, for pointing that out, Mr. John Cena, the old prototype. Remember him as prototype? We talked about it. Too.
Yeah, you got Have you been watching any of his new
The
show?
Peacemaker or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called? Or what's it called?
Did you watch the most recent Suicide Squad? You always ask me if I watch movies.
The one where they go whatever to get this big alien in a tank, this big starfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you watched? Oh shit. Okay. Dang, you watched everything, bro. What the...
Yeah. No, it was all right. I mean, kind of mean. The weasel drowned right out the gate, and like I felt bad for that cat, and then he kicked out, got killed.
Those are the type of movies.
Yeah, I felt bad that heel lady like just send them all in to die. You know, boom, why this other crew comes through there, but of course, old Harley Quinn and homeboy slid through there, and then heck, she didn't even need rescuing. She killed everybody up in the dang place.
You know, he got a spinoff.
Who did?
With Pacemaker.
Oh yeah, he's got it's a series though, right?
Yeah, on HBO Max or something.
I asked Anna if she watched it, and she said she didn't find it funny, but I'm sure it's okay. She might not have found a sense of humor, but it was kind of it was who he is, kind of like sort of. I don't know. I get it. It's a suit. I don't know. Did you watch it?
Yeah,
I didn't see the series.
I didn't see the series. I seen the show.
I saw the movie.
It kind of gives him a chance to be that kind of I don't want to say X-rated, but that kind of character outside of his WWE role.
He's not taking bumps and he's getting paid. You know, he's not out there like landing on his head and getting dumped by these young bloods that are like 300 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal and full of trying to hurt you. They're not trying to hurt you. They're just so strong. And you get older, you start feeling all that stuff. But acting's not that easy either. I don't care what anybody says. I've done a little bit of it. It feels like it's harder work than wrestling. Wrestling, you go out there, you nail your stuff 15, 20 minutes. You pour every ounce of energy out there and boom, one take. You go there, you pour one take on a movie set that day, and it's just one scene. Like, say I'm saying to you, Raymond, I'm going to 100% kick your ass, right? You think you're done with that, right? No. Can you do that again from this thing? Angle? Can you do that from Raymond? I'm going to 100%. Which angle? Raymond, I'm going to 100%. Behind me now? Raymond, I'm 100%. Like, at some point, I forgot what I even said. I'll be 100% kick your ass, Raymond. I'll be mixing alcohol. I was like, when I did that Cougar Town, I was like, what did I say? I don't even remember what I said. They had me do it 15 times. I started questioning, did I say it the same way?
Still never seen that movie.
Oh, it was a TV show. It was called Love is a Long Road. I was heavy. I was 300 pounds, dressed like a giant banana.
Wait, you were dressed like a banana?
Well, no, I wasn't. The gear was yellow.
Oh.
So I felt like a big rotten banana. Like, my hair was out. I was really heavy. It was like a heavy time in LA. Like, I was like 305 pounds. And I went in to audition for it. I just came from a funeral in the Bay Area, and I drove back to LA and was tired and been asleep. And my agent goes, you got an audition. You really got to make this audition. So I was mad. I go into the audition, and the line was something like, I'm going to 100% kick your ass. It was something of that nature. I was like, I went in there, and I was like, I hate this place. I'm going to 100% kick your ass. You all go to hell. And I stormed out. But I was shooting on him. I was like mad. I just didn't want to do it. I was mad that the agent made me go and everything. Before I got home, she calls, and it was only like a 20-minute drive. She goes, what'd you do? And I thought I was going to get in trouble for healing on him. She goes, you booked that. They didn't even put you on hold. You booked the role, right? Already. I'm like, yeah, acting, but I went in there, because it wasn't acting. It was just, I legitimately like, wanted 100% kick their ass because I had to go there, and it just happened to be the line I had to say. So, I didn't take any acting classes, but I learned a lot that day about acting. It's just really, you just got to be you, whatever. You can't try to pretend to be somebody else. You put yourself in that situation and become that person, but you're still you, So it was a great learning experience. Cougar Town was a good learning experience. Film is forever, so I have to forever see myself at 305 pounds, wearing yellow. wearing yellow. But yeah, it's called Love Is a Long Road. You should have put it up on here or something. It's Cougar Town. It's the graduation scene. Love Is a Long Road. Courtney Cox is in it and all that. Yeah, I did. They had a stunt guy come in, but I actually choreographed all the stunts. I think that's why they wanted an actual wrestler, so I did what wrestlers would do, and instead of what they believed wrestlers would do. So I kind of basically choreographed it, but under the stunt coordinator. But it was cool. It was good. It was a great learning experience. But I realized how much work's put into a literally 4-minute scene or 5-minute scene or 4-minute scene. There's a lot of work, like a day's work, a whole day, like 10 hours or whatever.
Just for your scene?
Just for that little fight scene.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, so what did they put in for? So that was 5 or 10 minutes of the show, 5 minutes of the show. You got a 30-minute show or whatever it is, or an hour or 56 minutes. As you realize as you're editing that you got to come up with content. That's a lot of work goes into that stuff. So a lot of respect for people that are in that industry. It's not as easy as people think. It's not going out there going, "Go Cats Live." Or whatever. The commercials might be a little bit easier, but like I think acting's not easy. I don't even think commercials are easy. It's a little different. But if you have a passion for it and you dig it, then it's all for you. Wasn't so sure that was my passion. I was still like hooked on being a professional wrestler.
You never know, man.
They would get hot at me. They would honestly say, "You got an audition in Santa Monica." I go, "All the way over in Santa Monica?" I lived in Burbank. It was like you had to go around the valley and everything. I'm like, "Oh, I gotta teach wrestling class, or I gotta fly out in the morning." They're like, "Bro, do you want to be an actor or what?" Like, you book all the time. You always book everything we send you to, but you never go to anything. I go, "No, I just because I was still wrestling and I was just doing it for a side thing to kind of fill time. But turns out I never really ever have time. I'm always busy. So, which means I'm blessed and I'm grateful. And on that note, this was episode 55 of Fang in the Bang with Gangrel. Want some?
Get some.
Bad enough?
Take some.
There you go. Everybody keep fanging and banging.